Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to God's Family House TV. My name is Andy Awinka, the founder of this platform. By the grace of God, we have an interesting topic at hand titled How is Your Marriage? A few months back, I went to visit a close friend of mine with here in Port Harcourt. And by the time I got to his junction, I saw an ugly incident. It was an incident of a man flogging his wife by the side of the road. And it so touched me because I was like, God, do people still do this thing in this 21st century? And by the time I got to his house, I was trying to explain what I saw. And he was like, is it that man by the roadside? I said, yes. He said, we are used to it. That is how he often beats his wife. Don't forget, we are considering the topic, how is your marriage? How is your marriage? And the part one of this topic is titled, Following God's Plan for Your Life. Following God's Plan for Your Life. In Following God's Plan for Your Life, that's the title of this study. At first, a lot of persons know the why, they know the what, but the how is always the problem. And I've come to discover that for you to have a successful marriage, you must learn the nitty-gritties, the secrets for keeping, the secrets for spicing up your marriage, for that marriage to be blissful, for that marriage to be successful. That's why we are considering the topic. How is your marriage? And the part one, as I said before, is following God's plan for your life. So everything we'll be talking to, all the secrets we'll be revealing today will be centered on the how, the how. And that how is, I called it a pattern. No, the pattern simply means the style of something, the pattern, the secret of that thing. So following God's pattern for marriage. Everything God does, He has a pattern for doing them. It's easier to jump into marriage, but if you lack the understanding, the know how for keeping it going, then that marriage will not do well. So, everything God does, He has a pattern for doing them. If He asks you to build a house, there's a pattern that's required for building that house. In Exodus chapter 25, verse 9, Exodus 25, verse 9, the Bible says, according to all I showed thee after the pattern of the tabernacle, and the pattern thereof, and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so shall ye make of it. Is God asking you to do anything? Don't just jump into doing that thing. Sit down to inquire, God, what is the pattern for this thing? How do you want me to do this thing? Is it leading in the area of marriage? Is it that in the area of marriage? Sit down. Yes, you've gathered the money. Yes, you have the money to pay for whatever, but sit down and ask him, God, what do you want me to do? The pattern, following God's pattern for your marriage. In Numbers chapter 8, verse 4, the Bible says, and this work of the candlesticks was of the beaten gold, and unto the chaff thereof, and unto the flowers of thereof was beaten was according unto the pattern which the Lord has showed thee, has shown to Moses. So he made the candlesticks. Everything you see, he asks you to, is he asking you to build a house? There's a pattern for building that house. Is he asking you to go to marry? There's a pattern. There's a pattern for it. In First Chronicles chapter 28, verse 11. First Chronicles 28, verse 11. The Bible says, then David gave to Solomon his son the pattern of the porch, and of the houses thereof, and of the treasures thereof, and of the upper chambers thereof, and of the inner palace thereof. Everything was according to pattern, divine responsibilities for those who wish to follow God's pattern for marriage. Divine responsibilities for those who wish to follow God's pattern for marriage. Marriage is a good thing. In fact, marriage is a blessing. But you must understand that when God blesses you with a gift, there is something attached to it, and that thing is called responsibility. And for you to take up that, you must understand that there's a required pattern to go up. There's a required pattern for it. God has a pattern for everyone, regardless of the gender. You might say, hey, I'm a young man, I'm not married, I'm a bachelor. There's a pattern he has for you. There's a pattern you must live. There's a pattern, there's a style he wants you to live your life. You might say, hey, me, I'm not a bachelor, I'm a lady, I'm a spinster. You're a bachelor. There's still a pattern he has for your life. You might say, what? Me, I'm already married. I got married 25 years ago. I got married 30 years ago. Yes, thank God for that. But there's still a pattern he wants you to live your life. Maybe you might say, I am a married man. I got married 40 years ago. I am old and married. There's still a pattern. He has a pattern for your life. So divine responsibilities for those who wish to follow God's pattern in marriage. Stay tuned for the next video.